And so to the stoking. The workers sing as they work, they sing as they eat, they sing as they make toilet. They're always singing. If you place your ear to the ground, you can hear them still. Wait, as they make toilet? Okay. Would love to potty train a kid and be like, would you like to make toilet? People around me be like, what the fuck are you talking about? A lot of dead rats around here. It's going slowly today, a bit more pain than the last couple of days, so about to hit the drugs. Yeah, they should help. At least a little bit, right? After getting your hand broken, in order to, realign everything and get it back to where it should be. Hopefully the drugs at least help a little bit. I know they don't work a hell of a lot, but hopefully help you at least a little bit. That's what you need to say to Michaelis to help him with potty training. Michaelis, would you like to make toilet? Hey, Evo, how you doing, bud? How's your weekend treating you? Did you jump into, well, it sounds like you jumped into Gen 0, right? Generation 0. How's that treating you? How's that going? It's more like I think where they shaved the bone. Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting that they shaved the bone, too.
Water in his shoes. Always the water and the sparks of the embers of the wheels. It's too bony. It's too damn bony.
Right. Listen to the man. No idea. So we need to fuel something, I guess, because we have another fuel pump, right? Or not? Chairs. In this economy, once again.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit.
No, that was in the Dark Descent.
These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government. They make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
He's talking about having a quickie and having it lead to paradise. Yeah, actually, that was one of the really intriguing things about the Dark Descent, was the concept of, like, torture, and how torturing people and having them reach a certain scale of fear and pain and everything, that energy could be absorbed in these crystals. And it was just very intriguing. And they couldn't, get it to happen with any other animal but humans. And yeah, that was wild. So then hearing about like the back cracking on the wheel and stuff, it just reminded me when we're going into each of the torture rooms. There's like, like in one of the DLCs, there's base building and stuff like that too, which is really cool. Hello. Totally normal. Totally fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so we can go up or we can go down. Let's go up.
Hear me, Mandus. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
Now, when you slam the phone, or whatever it is, how is it that I could hear it echo? Because at that point, the line would have been cut and I wouldn't have heard anything. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing it out. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with a feed trough at one end, so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We use the natural static charge built up by the friction of the carts against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within glass vacuum canisters at the sides of the stunning arm mechanisms and delivered along the stun arms via copper cabling. We have observed that the artificial lightning contained within these canisters seem to calm the product further. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly under the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate a channeled floor, which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and run to the fluid collection tanks. You know, when you start realizing they're talking about people who are turned into creatures... One. Okay. So we need to have the second one lit. 2. Is there a way of grabbing coal, lighting this thing? Ooh, yes. Baby, light my fire. Hey, then the man made a fire. Can we go now? Don't like that sound. Do not like. So 4 is active, 2 is active, 6 is not. 4. I don't like this. Just a fire or ring of fire? That burning ring of fire, and it burns, burns, burns. Give me that. Yep. Yep. Yes. Piggos don't like that. The piggos are not... I guess we have to wait for the furnaces. So we have to get 6. Great. Hello? Anything here to kill me? Just checking. I hope not. That would be a shame. Close. Close. What the fuck? Stop it. Damn it. Do I need more? Probably need more, maybe. Bug or feature? No, maybe it needs more. I mean, it is pretty empty. There we go. It's supposed to be coal, yeah. Big old honking pieces of it. It looked like I had to fix. In this game, everything has a freeze. It's alive. Yes. Because there's crouching spots and like hiding spots. I'm trying to quickly familiarize myself with space. Why must random things on here have faces? The product moves now into the bleeding. A system of spring-loaded blades are arranged here. Tension is built via a series of springs that run along the bleeding line, using the momentum of the product itself to build up the energy for the action ahead. The blades are released at a point of optimum tension as the product passes them. The combination of the speed of release and sudden stop against the rubber buffers at the side of the line sets the blades spinning rapidly enough to cut the throat of the product. This is fucked up. It is a clean, sympathetic, and efficient process. The product then continues along the line and the natural bleeding process is allowed time to occur. The blood collecting in the angled basin at the foot of the line. Secondary spring blades are positioned at 2 further points along the line. Should the mid-level rubber buffers continue to be manipulated in the form of a semi-bled product thrashing or twitching, these movements automatically form the basis of the spring energy required to send the next bleeding blade into activity. Well, that was a fucking mouthful. Yeah, limp away. Keep going. Onto those. We're just dropping in. Ah, okay. We just had to try to find the way out of there. I guess. The crate arrived this morning and I had it delivered directly to the workshop. The body's remarkably preserved. Though there is a subtle yet nauseating stench of damp and rot, it is humanoid in shape but has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed, with evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement. It is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the recipient of some barbarous surgery or was born deformed and an attempt to force his gnarled body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is I cannot tell you. But I smell the orb upon him and suspect my great-uncle's presence in his curious condition. So it can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the processes of Mr. Darwin's evolution. But here my great-uncle and I part company. He chose men as the subject of his experiments, but men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. No, we require a new creature for our chattels. Loyal, clever, strong, easily sated. Okay, can we go in here? Nope. Okay. Can we just keep going down this way, maybe? Hopefully. Chemical transportation. Okay, so we probably will have to transport something in there. Maybe. Oh, seriously? The way that I thought we could go, we can't go now, or do we have to send ourselves? Oh, we have to send ourselves. In the nest of eggs, the factory is quiet now. Stumbling the alley, a wrench hung loosely from his hand, oil and grease dripping off it, looking like blood in the half-light. Sure. I mean, the body does have chemicals in it, so I guess we are transporting chemicals, right? Hello? DoorDash. Do I have the right address? Had a terrible time finding your door. You mind if I just put the food directly in front of the door so you can't open it? Great. God.
Quickly, Mandus, find the entrance nearby. The children weep in the darkness, and the floodwaters continue to rise.
Yeah, you slam that thing. You slam that receiver. You strong, strong man, you. In order to facilitate assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brennenberg infusion, vitae, to 1 part orgone monad dispersal fluid is sufficient. This can then be administered intravenously to subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. Bush-Bhutan. Maybe. Low temperature storage. Holding pens. Let's go to the storage. Really pisses me off when they do that with drinks. Oh, seriously, because you can't really, like, you could kind of try to push it with the door, but most likely it's going to tilt and spill. It's like, come on, y'all. What do I get? Anything? No? Okay. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft, leaking down my legs, blood and excrement, my lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it. I did do that. Because of the changes, they ripple inner me. My teeth sneeze out and scatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all, gathered what I can, push them back into my gray gums with my fingers, but the nails are all but weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever. Because not us all can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man shit so much blood and still live? So the changing process is painful as shit. That's, good to know. Bing bong. Yeah, broke something. No, thank you. Not interested. No. Hey.
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps. To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
Okay, so we need 2 more of those things, and then we can push the Bhutan. I'm guessing. So we came from low temperature. We need to go to holding pens. I don't know where the 3rd would be, but we'll find out. Well, wait, there's more. Yes, cobblers, tubers. Yes, that's exactly. Not potatoes, that's right. Cobblers, tubers. For anyone that's ever seen Restaurant to Another World, there you go. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the sorriest specimens of humanity I have ever seen. No one asks where they go to. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skulls, check their teeth. We give them laudanum to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Into manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. Hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We have removed all the mirrors, built after the process, it is their reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walks amongst them. My children, I whisper to their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow again. Hey. Bruh, you are fucked in the head.
Over there. Place it in the corner. What? You think I speak Prussian? Do I look like an inbred hog, sir? Who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
You, sir, are an ass. Okay.
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnel. Take care in this place, Landis. It is the crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors.
Him with the slamming again. More experiments with Compound X. Took the dog and injected it with strychnine. Oh, how lovely. After the expected convulsions and spasming, it died just after midnight. I immersed the body in a large tank of Compound X and introduced an alternating current via induction coil for a period of 3.5 minutes. Partial return was induced. However, damage incurred prior to death was retained upon revival, meaning the dog continued in the acute state of strychnine poisoning until I put a bullet in its skull. But drowning? Perhaps yes. It is after all known to be the kindest of suicides. If one were to drown, replacing the fluid in the lungs with Compound X should theoretically be perfectly possible as a revival method. I don't like the dude we're playing as. Kinda want him to get drop kicked in the dick. Alright, so we need to find one more, maybe compound? Canister? Yes, we need one more there. Or do we? Maybe not. Oh, I guess one already had one in it. Maybe? Good enough. Now what the hell are we doing? I have a thing. Woo! I got a thing. He's got a thing. Woo! I've got a thing. Oh, hey, it's gonna burn the lock. No? Maybe? No? Shit. What now? Oh, the light. Hold on. Science! Nice. Nailed it. Papa, you're proud of me? I did it.
Down here, Daddy. Faster,